first we're going to dive right into the 5 types of symptoms and signs that you are experiencing resistance. Ready? Let's go. So today we're going to talk about resistance, how to identify what resistance is and when you're experiencing it, and what you can do to overcome resistance. So the first sign of resistance is avoidance. You will do everything in your possible power to not do that thing that you want to do or that you know that you need to. Instead, what you will do is you'll just avoid it. You'll avoid it. You'll do everything else possible that could come up for you that day. The way that you can overcome avoidance is by leaning in, first recognizing that you're avoiding by becoming more aware, and I'll be giving you more tips on how to do this, so watch till the end for that. Next, procrastination. You're putting it off, so now you're not avoiding, you're not going out of procrastination's a little different than avoidance. You're not going out of your way to not do the thing, you're putting it off. You're delaying it. You're just delaying it until tomorrow, until the next day, until next week, until next month, until next year. Sometimes people will procrastinate for years, subject to programming that we have, old programming that is no longer serving us, because it's just this new thing that we want to do is not aligned with the programming that we have in our brain. More on this a little bit later. Next, we have shutdown. Shutdown is really huge, and I see this more commonly among men, but I also do see it among women clients as well. Shutdown is where you're just like, I'm not going to do this thing. This thing is not working out. I'm just going to not do it. You just shut down completely, or like you go take a nap, or you just sit on the couch and binge Netflix instead. These are all signs that you are in shutdown mode. You're just like, nope, I'm not doing this thing. I'm completely shutting down to this idea or thought that I know that I need or want to do. And I'm instead, because I feel safer, I'm going to just shut down instead to this idea, this uncomfortable I need or want to do. We have one more. There's one more. Next, what we have on the list is anger or frustration. So this is another one that I see very often, also more amongst my male clients, but I do see it amongst female clients as well. So that's also kind of ties in with shutdown, I feel like, mostly. But when you're becoming frustrated, maybe you start to even begin to feel angry, that's a sign that you're experiencing resisting. There is something that you do not want to feel, you're not allowing yourself to feel, it's extremely uncomfortable, and therefore it's a lot easier to get frustrated and experience shutdown, procrastination, all of these other signs, or get angry and just lash out. And that could be another sign. I'm very excited. At the end, we're going to be doing a very amazing exercise that's going to help us identify resistance in the body and be able to release it and let it go. Okay, so very excited. Stay till the end to watch for this super duper, really helpful exercise that I'll be walking you through. The next one is overwhelm. And this is one I personally experience quite a bit. Whenever I have something that I'm like, I'm going to do this thing, this is what I need to do, this is the next step to achieve my goal, but instead what I do is I'm like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. So overwhelm is like where it kind of leads to shutdown, and it can also lead to some other emotions as well, which I'll get into in a moment. But overwhelm is something that will stop you literally in your tracks. You're like, oh my God, like I just feel so overwhelmed right now. And then what's the next thing? You shut down, avoid, procrastinate. So that's another sign, that's an earlier sign that you are dealing with some serious resistance in your body. Okay. So when you experience overwhelm, it just means that. Maybe take a step back and say, what is one step that I can take right now that will just get me closer? Let me take all these other things out of the way and let me clear all this other stuff. So those are your 5 signs that you are experiencing resistance right now. If you are seeing any of these signs in your life, that means there is something that you are resisting. Now, here's the beautiful thing. When you're resisting something, it just means there's something magnificent on the other side of that resistance. It just means you're getting so much closer to letting go of old beliefs and tapping into new beliefs that are going to help take you to that next level that you want to achieve in your life. Whether it be more happiness, whether it be more gratitude, whether it be more alignment, whether it be more clarity, whether it be changing a job, whatever it is the difference between the old you and the new you. So we're going to do an exercise to explore resistance and see where it is in the body, and we're going to release it. So get ready for this exercise. Get in a comfortable seated position, somewhere very comfortable. You could sit, you could lay down, whatever works, preferably in a seat that you can kind of like lean back and relax your muscles in and just kind of let them go. So if you want to do it in the car for privacy, like I'm doing right now when I'm recording this video, by all means. All right, so getting grounded in your seat and just letting your muscles go. Feeling so relaxed and taking a deep breath in through your belly and letting it go. Relaxing more and more in your seat. Deepest breath in and letting it go. Doing a body scan, imagining a light coming in through the crown of your head and sending it down through your face, your ears, your jaw, and your neck, shoulders, and arms, coming down through your chest and back, sending it down to your hips and down your legs and into your feet. And just doing a scan throughout your body, noticing any physical sensations that come up. What physical sensations do you feel in your body? It could be tension, it could be tightness, it could be happiness, it could be stress. Whatever it is, just notice and observe without judgment. And now, where do you feel resistance in your body? Just notice and observe. Where do you feel it? And if resistance is not coming up for you, what emotion do you feel? That's it. See it and feel it clearly. Where do you feel it in your body? Could be resistance, could be anger, could be sadness, could be hurt, could be any feeling, any emotion. Where do you feel it in your body? Just notice and observe without judgment. Now, what is the story that's playing in your mind? What's the story that you've been telling yourself? Connect with it. See it clearly. And just notice and observe without changing it. Just becoming aware. Awareness is everything. And now that you've identified the story, when was a time that it actually served you in some way? When was a time this story protected you or benefited you in some way? Oftentimes, the stories that we have in our head originate when we're in our childhood. They result as a way to make sense out of a certain situation. They result out of a way to protect ourselves, to create safety. And while it may not make sense now, it did make sense at one point, and that's why you started telling yourself that story. When was the time that this story served you in some way? See it clearly now. And just notice and observe it without trying to change it. Notice how it was trying to protect you. Notice how it was trying to create safety for you. Notice how it was trying to help you make sense out of life. And now we're going to take the deepest breath in, sending it all the love, all the gratitude for being there for us when nothing else was. This story that gave you a way to make sense out of it all. Taking a deep breath in, deepest breath in with all the gratitude, and sending it to all parts of your body, and sending it to the story, giving it so much gratitude and thankfulness for being there for you, for protecting you, and letting it go. One more deep breath in, all the love, all the gratitude. Feel it vibrate in all of your cells. And let it all go. Staying here for a moment. Appreciating the innate intelligence in your body for creating the story to protect you. Recognizing that while it may have served you, it's okay that it may not be any longer serving you now. Taking a deep breath in, coming back into your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, bringing your attention back to the here and now, to this room and chair beneath you. and opening your eyes. That's it. This exercise can be so profound, simply bringing our awareness to the stories that play in our head and realizing and sending so much love and gratitude for when they started, because they were created out of a way to protect and serve us. How intelligent is that? Just bringing your awareness to it can make huge leaps and bounds in your life. Do this exercise anytime you are feeling resistance, and I guarantee you it will be gone. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, hit the share button, and share it with anyone you think who could benefit, because we can all use a little letting go of resistance so we can step into your own. Enjoy your day, beautiful friend, and as always, be well. Best wishes. Talk to you soon.